Hi, this is Carrie, and today I wanted to show you this adorable Little Women Cookbook. It just came a couple days ago, and I'm super excited to check it out. I loved Little Women, although I'm going to admit I skipped all the Pilgrim's Progress chapters and parts the last several times I reread it, and I reread it every 3 or 4 years. This cookbook is adorable. It's a little thin. I wish there was more of it because it's so cool. The cover is so beautiful. I can't even tell you how many people are Instagramming this book right now because it's so pretty. And there's Meg and Jo before she cut her hair. And of course, Amy's the blonde, and Beth is looking over at Amy. This is Tempting Recipes from the March Sisters and Their Friends and Family. And I don't know how to pronounce the author's name, Wini Moranville? I'm not sure. With inspiring quotations from Louisa May Alcott. Now, I'm not going to show you the whole book because you should buy it for yourself, but this whole channel is about little sneak previews of things we're excited about. I love the vintage quirky fonts that they used. Cute. I'm not so sure what's going on with this first picture, however. It's little fruit tarts with berries and gel and little puff pastry, and they didn't have those back in Boston back in the day, and I'm not a food historian expert, but I'm not sure they even made those back then, but that's fine. Getting to the important parts, the book is separated into 4 chapters. Chapter 1 is Hannah's Breakfasts. Chapter 2 is Gatherings with Family and Friends. Chapter 3 is March Family Dinners and Suppers. And Chapter 4 is Sweet Treats, Desserts, and Drinks. And then at the end, there will be a little page about Louisa May Alcott and an index to the recipes. And I loved reading the introduction about the beloved novel Little Women when food is shared around the family, and talking about how people in the book bring each other food when they need comfort and learning lessons through food. Love it, love it, love it. And the book starts off with a picture of Orchard House, which I luckily got to go briefly tour last summer. I took a couple nephews that were 15 on a tour of Boston and Concord. They were not very excited to go tour Orchard House, and it was really hot, and there was tour groups and a long line, so we skipped. We didn't get to go inside, but we hung out at the outside. I cried. It was awesome. Look at the adorable illustrations that start every chapter off. Hannah's breakfast recipes include buckwheat pancakes, Indian mill griddle cakes, Amy's Christmas Day muffins, a better omelet for Marmee, cheese and jam turnovers. I'm getting hungry now. Milk toast, and I definitely grew up eating milk toast. On nights when my mom was taking a class, my dad would take graham crackers or white bread and make milk toast with Dad. Learn to cook. That's fine. Anyway, it was the 70s. And nice pictures, easy to follow recipes. This actually could be a children's cookbook because the stuff is simple enough. I'm gonna skip over. Oh, here's a little special page on fish for breakfast. Breakfast in the time of Meg, Jo, Beth, and Amy would have been very different from today. Yeah, true. Gatherings with family and friends. Roast beef picnic sandwiches. I'm vegetarian, so I'm going to skip that part. Cheese, butter, and celery sandwiches. I actually remember an ancient old relative of mine bringing some kind of celery sandwich that didn't involve peanut butter and raisins, because that's bumps on a log. Chicken salad with grapes and almonds. Classic roast beef tenderloin. Okay, I'm skipping a lot of this chapter personally. Meg's currant jelly sauce. I actually was curious about that from reading the book so many times. Jo's shellfish relish. I really feel bad for the author that had to research that. And deviled eggs. Jo's lettuce salad. Jo's much improved asparagus. Okay. I'm going to skip ahead. Here's a page on an apple orchard picnic. This is just charming. I think this is going to be a fabulous gift book at Christmas, because if you're my age, all right, I'm 50, how many people your age or older that absolutely love the book? I'm not sure millennials are reading it nowadays. Correct me if I'm wrong, or let me know in the comments below. Chapter 3 is March Family Dinners and Suppers, Apple Orchard Chicken, Meg's Chicken and Macaroni Soup. Well, I'm going to make it with tofu, so there. Baked New England cod, New England fish chowder. My boyfriend is going to love this chapter. He's a big fish and chowder person. Garden pot pie. Now I can do that. Meg's macaroni and cheese. Hannah's cottage pie. Is cottage pie the same thing as shepherd's pie? I guess I'm going to find out. Hannah's pounded potatoes, mashed potatoes, maple cornmeal drop mix biscuits. I'm going to make that immediately. Love it. Good food photography, not overwhelming, just totally doable. My favorite thing, my favorite cookbooks have a picture of every possible recipe on the page. This one does not. You have to guess how it's supposed to look. So I still love this cookbook, but I prefer for it to have been thicker and more photos. I would pay more money for it, but it would take longer for them to create it and more photos. Fair enough. Fair enough. We have what we have. Maybe the sequel can have more photos of the beautiful dishes. I mean, that looks delicious. That's good food photography. That's the cottage pie. I'm going to skip ahead to chapter 4. This is a very thick chapter. Sweet treats, desserts, and drinks. Is this not the favorite part of everyone's cookbook? I mean, really, do we all not skip to the dessert chapter? You can tell for the contents there's a lot of stuff going on. Instead of making Amy's pickled limes, which are very odd, involving turmeric and spices and probably taste horrible, the author decided to go with Amy's pickled lime sugar cookies. Good call, good call. Bonbons and mottos, blancmange and strawberries. Remember when Joe served that to Laurie because he had a sore throat? Dessert crepes, Parisian cream puffs in honor of Amy and Laurie going to Paris. An apple slump. I know my grandmother made that for us sometimes. Meg's plum pudding. Plum is in quotes, not sure why. Joe's gingerbread. Hot milk sponge cake. Apple turnovers. Turnovers again. Okay. Lemon cheese tartlets. That must be what was in the beginning of the book. Strawberry sherbet. Strawberries and winter sauce. And Amy's lemonade. And Amy's frothy French drinking chocolate. Here's I don't want to spoil it for too long, the lime cookies. So that was my little sneak preview of the Little Women Cookbook. It's sold everywhere you can think of, Barnes & Noble, Amazon, your local brick and mortar bookstore. We have one in Redmond called Brick and Mortar Books. So I hope you enjoyed this sneak preview. I love this. I'm going to be gifting it to lots and lots and lots of people. And by the way, no publisher asked me to review this or sent me a review copy. I've had it on pre-order for months because I'm a Little Women fan. So you're getting an honest review. Thanks for watching.